Hi everyone, welcome back. Thank you for joining me today as we continue on with our journey throughout 7.0 Dawntrail. So this is my live playthrough. And right now, we're just going to do a quick recap. We ended up going to Ukupacha where we met with the Pelu Pelu. We decided to go with them first for their quest. And our task, or Wuk Lamat's task here is she has to go out and capture a wild alpaca. Okay, and we also found out that she seems to have a deep fear of these animals. And as of right now, the best way for her to catch one of these alpacas is basically she has to use like this kind of magic saddle. It's a saddle that's infused with all kinds of these oils and fragrances that calm alpacas down. So we kind of have to play the trade game. We have to just keep trading all these things over and over and just slowly increase the value of our tradables. I guess that's what we call it. Until we can actually purchase a saddle, which are really expensive. And not only that, but the guy who's selling them is kind of a dick to us. So he doesn't want Wuk Lamat to win. He wants Zarolja to win. So that's why he's making it a little extra difficult for us. So as of right now, we are about halfway there. I think the limit was about 10,000 Pel, like, I don't know. Anyway, we're about halfway there, and we're going to be heading off to the next location to see if we can actually continue trading and then work our way up from there. Okay, so here we are. We are back with Claire and the others. And let's see here. We're just picking up immediately where we left off. Okay, so the next quest is Mablu's Dream. Wuk Lamat steals herself for a ride to find your next trading partner. Before we get moving, you should hold on to this. With that, I suppose we should hop on the alpacas Mablu has so kindly provided. Ready to go? Let's mount up. Yes! Oh, look how cute! And it's off to the mate field we go. Please don't spit. Please don't spit. You'll be fine. These ones are accustomed to people. I still don't trust them, but look how cute they are. You have a knack for riding no matter what you say. Without our alpaca friends, we Pelu would never have become traveling merchants. Can you imagine walking all the way across Taral? Oh, it's so pretty. I swear that mountain is too tall to be real. Yeah, that is true. Warkor Zormar, wasn't that the name? Forbidden sight, isn't it? One I've never appreciated up close. You have to take the long way around the cliffs to get there, to the highlands belonging to the Yokoi. I'm guessing those are the giants, right? So, Mablu, you said you were learning about the peddler profession. You don't care for ranch work? No, I love it. I love working with alpacas. But becoming a peddler has always been a dream of mine. Oh, it's snowing! It's just, I'm not sure I have the talent for it. If I can help you buy the taming saddle, though, then it'll be proof that I can do this after all. In that case, you best get ready to be a merchant. Okay, we've heard that many times now, Wuk Lamat. Look, we're almost there. Can't we keep the alpaca? He's so cute. I'm sure we can get the alpaca mount. I just don't know where we get it yet. I'm a little surprised that it snows around here. We made it, and without a single smelly incident. I sent the alpacas back to Corvo's Inn, so we'll walk along the main road when we return to the village. Speaking of roads to travel, you were adopted by the Dawn Servant, weren't you, Third Promise? That I was. Then perhaps you understand. I was an orphan too, you see. Tobli took me in. He took in all the ranch hands, actually. All of them? That's a surprise. Yes, and everyone works hard at their chores, grateful for the opportunity to repay the head ledger's generosity. But here I am, the only one wanting to go off and be a merchant. I think he would be proud of that. It's what you Pelu do best, right? I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm telling you this. We need to keep trading things for your saddle if you're to prepare for the feat of gold. As it's mate harvesting season, they can't have too many quality hatches. Add to that, Wuk Lamat's way with people, we should have no trouble making a favorable deal. That's Miplu herself over there. Pass the hatchet to the third promise and let's get to bargaining. And hello, kitty, what do you want? I don't see a big problem here. I think that Tobli would be proud to see that she wants to become a merchant. You have that little axe for me? Thanks. Now, to see what we can get for it. Why are you doing this now? Please. You're Miplu, the owner of these fields. I have a mind to trade if you're interested. Well, the third promise. I might be convinced to entertain a proposal. What do you have in offer? This hatchet, forged by a seasoned artisan. The razor edge of this exceptional tool will make light work of your crops. The quality is acceptable, I suppose. I offer you a large sack of mate leaves in exchange. Sack of mate leaves is valued at 1 pel in the thousands column, same price as the hatchet. This deal would bring us no closer to the mezcal. If I may, Mistress Miplu, it's harvesting season, is it not? Does not the demand for hatchets afford them a higher value? It is indeed the season, which is why I procured an ample batch of tools well in advance. Yeah, we should have seen that coming. We missed the window for demand. In that case, we'll have to fall back on connections. Think of it this way, a generous deal here will put you in the third promise's good graces. Surely that's a worthy of consideration. I do not wish to give offense, but I must tell you that I stand with the second promise. His innovations will improve every aspect of our lives, I believe, including farming, and I will no longer have need of hatchets. I assure you that I have nothing but respect for Wuk Lamat. That is why I am prepared to purchase a spare hatchet at a fair price. Fair enough. I suppose it is fair given your reasons, but we ourselves would be no better off for the transaction. How about this then? If we were to help bring in your harvest, would you give us a better deal? Fair point. As a matter of fact, I would. Until Kona's reforms come about, I can always use more hands in the field. Then you can go ahead and add our labor to the bargain. Adding value to tip the scales. How could I have forgotten one of the most basic rules of trading? You can rest here if you like, Maplu. Claire and I have mate together. Oh no, I'm helping too. Off to the fields then, and mind you pick the healthy leaves. I'll take 5 good bunches from each of you. Okay. Do we really want to be collecting leaves when it's snowing? Just out of curiosity? Or is that just me? Why do they call it mate leaves? That could be taken wrong, like in the wrong contents in so many ways. Okay. 3 down, 2 to go. Where are they? There they are. I'm sorry, they all look alike. You brought me some leaves then. Yes, I have. An acceptable harvest. We'll see how your companions fared before I make any decisions, though. Here, we brought our share as well. Thank you, Third Promise. This is more than enough to hold up your end of the bargain. Now it's time to honor mine. After adding the value of your labor to the price of the hatchet, I'm prepared to offer you a full sack of our highest grade mate leaves. Kitty, behave. Premium mates! Bought at the shop, one sack of those leaves will cost no less than 5 pel in the thousands column. Okay, so we are halfway there. Then we can bid farewell to this hatchet. I'll give it a good home. Talk of the contest aside, I'm glad we could come to a mutually agreeable trade. As am I. All the best with the rest of your harvest. Okay, so where do we go off to trade next? My blue, what's wrong? It's as I was saying before, even after everything Tobley's done for me, I'm planning to abandon it all and become a merchant. But then I needed your help after forgetting a basic rule of trade. How can I expect Tobley to accept my decision then? Have you mentioned your plans to leave? I mean, have you talked to him about this or a possibility of it? Not exactly. I wanted to prove I could succeed as a peddler before I declared my intentions. I seek to follow in my father's footsteps, but not because he expects it of me. I want to preserve Tural's peace and become Dawn servants. Happens to be the best way to do it. You should live a life of your own choosing, and I wouldn't be surprised if Tobley held the same opinion, so talk to him. You're right, it's better to find out for sure than worry over what he might say. Thank you for the advice. But first, we have a saddle to buy. I want that success under my belt so I can be sure of my decision. What's next, then? We try to trade our tea leaves for something halfway to 10,000 pel? No, I think we're close enough now. I say we go straight for the premium mezcal. Bargain our way into doubling the value, eh? Think you can do it? Trust me, I will make this trade work. I admire you, Third Promise. That you're holding your own against such strong competition for the throne is inspiring. Am I really holding my own against Koana and Zoralja? I mean, it's hard to say. The whole contest just barely started, so... I mean, of course I am. I'm Wuk Lamat of the Dawn's Promise, after all. Yeah. I can't say that my opinions are too high right now. I do like the little changes that they made here. Alright, so we are halfway there. Now we just have to see if we can double it to a point we can get the mezcal. And I just gotta level up. Okay, next quest. Premium deal. Before we go, let me give you the mate leaves. I don't want to risk proving Erinvel's point. Ready then? Our next stop is the Mezcal Distillery. I mean... it really worth going all the way back this way instead of just teleporting? You know what? Let's just enjoy the ride. We've been waiting for these new zones for a long time. Whoa, what the hell's that thing? If you hear something in the background, chances are it's a cat chasing one of his toys. I spoiled him rotten. He's got like a dozen toys already scattered around me. I will say this, they really did a good job with the graphic updates. It really does look gorgeous. It kind of feels a little bit lagging right now though, the storyline I mean. Is that just me, or has anyone else noticed that? It feels kind of like it's being drawn out. I do love the music though. Music's awesome. We'll want to speak with a man by the name of Gobli. Even among his fellow distillers, he's regarded as a master of the craft. He knows the value of his product, so if we're to convince him to trade for twice what the leaves are worth, we're going to have to need targeted information. That means asking around and taking in the gossip. If you could talk to people here in the distillery, Claire, perhaps Wuk Lamat could do the same in the village entrance. Meanwhile, I'll head to the north side and see what I can learn. Right, well, looks like we don't have to go too far. Me? I'm a chef from Tuliolo. I often come here to buy Gobli's mezcal, the finest in Toral according to my customers. He always brings out a jug during our dealings, but I can't handle the stuff too well myself. I take small sips, not want to be impolite, you understand, but still end up so addled as to agree to whatever price he quotes me. But it'd be nice to have less potent refreshments during such conversations, else I might have to seriously reconsider our arrangement. That's a smart idea. Get them drunk. Gobi might be a deft hand at distilling, but he's got no sense when it comes to appearances. Rumor has it he's been invited to the palace for business negotiations. If he presents himself to the court wearing his usual rumpled attire, though, he'll be laughed out of the sun perch. There's not much I can say about Gobli, but I can tell you what Gobli's been saying. The other day he was muttering about monsters prowling about Avgave Jaws. That's the field where they gather ingredients for the mezcal. Their presence has made it harder to procure said ingredients and thus driven up the price of his product. A boom, some might argue. But it's hard to celebrate when it affects the work as it does. Can't really bring joy to people if you can't keep making the thing they love. Well, I think that should help us out. We can go and kill off all the monsters for him. Oh, there she is. So, what did you find out? Oh, we can make use of all those tidbits. The deal is as good as sealed. As for me, I found out what Gobli is working. There's a millstone at the top of the slope behind the distillery. You go on ahead and I'll bring Wuk Lamat. Up here? No? Where am I supposed to go? Oh, up here. Or not. Okay, there are other stairs? I don't know. Where am I supposed to go? I'm just kind of following this guy. Maybe he knows where to go. it's around here? We have to go up the slope and then jump down? I don't... No, it doesn't look like it. What the hell? Where am I supposed to go? Not there. Oh, is this it? This is it, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. Your business with me, madam? Why don't we talk down below so as not to distract the alpaca from his work? Alpaca? Oh, okay. So the alpaca walks around in that circle thing. Okay, I get it. What Rumple the tire? He looks just like all the others, just with like a dustier color. Now, what's this about? Keep it brief if you would. I'm a busy man. We're in the market for a 3-year-old jug of premium mezcal, assuming you have any on hand, that is. Ah, an excellent choice. I must warn you, though, it doesn't come cheap. We don't have Pell, but we can offer a sack of mate leaves in exchange. It's top-grade stuff, like the mezcal. No deal. Mate leaves are well and good, but I don't have any use for them. No deal? Just like that? Still, I hate to send you away empty-handed. Why don't we sit and chat a while over a cup of mezcal? Now the real bargaining begins. Which of our cards do you want to play first? Let's not beat around the bush, I guess. The monsters in the ugly fields? Yeah, let's just get that out of the way. Why don't we just go ahead and offer that and just hope for it works out? Because the others don't really seem that promising of leads. I could be wrong, but hey, we'll find out. Let's hold on to that one. We need to consider our timing. Okay, how about the Hobigo's chef's distaste for strong beverages? I appreciate your hospitality, but I'm afraid I can't hold my drink. I've heard one of your regular customers, a Hobigo chef, is the same. Seeing as not everyone can enjoy mezcal, I wonder if you might benefit from having other refreshments to offer. Something like mate tea, for instance, and brewed from the finest leaves, of course. Ah, I see what she's getting at. Ah, you're right, absolutely right. I have noticed a growing reluctance on the part of my Hobigo friend, but did not realize I myself was to blame. I must endeavor to be a better host. Still, even with that added value in mind, no sack of leaves is worth the mezcal you're after. Should we offer to cull the monsters causing them trouble? That's what I said! Not yet. We'll keep that card up our sleeve until we need it. As I expect you're aware, the rite of succession is currently taking place. That's why the third promise has graced us with her presence. When the contest is decided, the subsequent ascension ceremony and banquet will be a prestigious affair. If your mezcal were to be served there, it would bring your distillery immeasurable fame. Wait, could it be that your rumored invitation to the palace is to discuss that very possibility? As a matter of fact, yes. I must admit I'm still reeling from the abruptness of it all. It would be a great honor and opportunity if I can secure the deal. Well, I should think your exceptional mezcal would speak for itself. That said, there's no such thing as being too prepared, and first impressions last. You'll want to be wearing your very best when you walk into Votok Suna. It would be such a shame to miss this chance of a lifetime simply for want of proper garments. That it would. Are you saying you have garments to offer? Something ideal for court? We have no garments on hand, I'm afraid, but we can provide you with the next best thing, an introduction to a weaver. His name is Bolnuk, and his works are highly regarded in Tuliolo. Ah, I get it. As a supporter of Wuk Lamat and keen observer of palace policies, he will doubtless be happy to guide you in the selection of an outfit to fit this golden occasion. That is certainly a tempting proposal, and one of which I would like to take full advantage, but the scales still aren't quite balanced, and... Say, weren't there monsters running amok in FFXIV? That's a problem we could easily solve for you. Truly, I would be most grateful for your immediate assistance. I was resigned to hiring sellswords to clear them out. Factoring in that saved expense and introduction to a trusted weaver, this is shaping up to be a sound bargain. All right, you have a deal. Yes, I knew you'd come around. Give us a moment and Claire and I will take care of those prowling nuisances. In the meantime, I'll use the time to pen an introductory letter to Bolnuk. The field you're looking for just north of Wujapelo. Be safe. I swear these names are going to kill me. Okay. Oh boy. Not very exciting right now, is it, though? Like, that should be FFXIV just over there. This will go faster if we split up. Come and find me once you finish clearing out your share of the pests. Are those pineapples? I think so. Oh, come on! This little guy's causing you trouble! He's so cute! I think I'm really starting to get the hang of Viper class here. Oh no. Well, that was your own fault, buddy. Shouldn't have attacked us like that. Compared to the creatures I hunted with Papa, this was no challenge at all. Come on, let's head back to this distillery. All that's left is to give Mablu the stack of leaves so she can seal the deal. Jeez, why am I so tired? Yeah, this place is pretty big. Damn it, I got stuck. Those monsters were no trouble for you, it seems. Now if I could just have the sack of leaves. Thank you for looking after our precious trading goods. Your monster problem has been resolved, Master Gobly. Here are the mate leaves and a written introduction to Bull Nook as agreed. And the deal is done. Here, your jug of premium mezcal, aged 3 years. Please accept it with my compliments. Yes, we finally have the mezcal. Great work, especially you, Mablu. You were the one that inspired me to come this far, Third Promise, but let's not celebrate until we have the saddle in hand. Mablu, is it? You drive a hard bargain, young peddler. Look forward to doing business with you in the future. Thank you, but truth be told, I'm just a ranch hand, for now. Should I ever become a proper merchant, though, I'll be back to strike more deals with you. Okay, does that mean we're finally going to go and get the alpaca? Wuk Lamat in the saddle, ready to return to Havli. Even at the palace, I don't think I've held a 10,000 pel jug of anything before. My hands won't stop shaking. Here, you better hold on to it until we get to the saddle maker. Yeah, that would suck if you broke it after all of that. Can you imagine if we dropped it and had to start all over again? Luckily, Havli's place is not far. We just need to head across the plaza. This is it, the trade we've been working towards. He's still in one piece. Right, time to make our deal. Yeah, and he can't really back out since this was his idea. Get your tools ready, Saddler. We brought your precious mezcal. Wait, you actually got your hands on a jug? But you had nothing! A few measly clumps of wool! What we had was an aspiring trader with a gift for negotiation. And don't tell me you're gonna back out now. I'm gonna have to hit you if you do. Though incinerate no claimant but Zeroja, I cannot go against the guiding principles of the Pelu Pelu. The trade is a fair one. I will craft your saddle, Third Promise. Great! Stay and wait if you like. I have all the requisite material, so this won't take long. Your commission is ready. Catching a wild alpaca is never a simple affair, but you'll have an easier time of it with one of my saddles. Now, if you don't mind, I have other work that needs finishing. Ah, I can taste that smooth mezcal already. You're making me thirsty now. We did it! The saddle is ours! And to think we started out with only 100-pill basket of alpaca wool. Malblue, you're going to be an incredible merchant. Hey, we did our fair share. Thank you. It makes me so glad to hear you say that, Third Promise. We got what we came for, so let's return to the ranch. The others will be waiting. Oh. Okay, that's great. I kind of forgot about the others. Oops. It was like, oh right, we didn't come here alone, did we? Wonder how they're faring working with alpacas. Tobley and Erenville have been teaching us how to care for alpacas. One gentle girl ate the feed straight from my hand. Aww, that's so sweet. I made the mistake of startling one and caught a glob of spittle for my trouble. Beginning to understand Wuk Lamat's aversion to the animals. Well, I'm sure it was your fault, Alize. You've been away for some time. I assume trading was productive? Oh. Okay, how things go here at Alphino? You've acquired the saddle then. Yes, and thanks in no small part to my blue. Before you rush off to catch an alpaca, though, let me teach you how to saddle one. I'll bring out one of our wild-born friends so you can practice. Ooh, is she gonna get like another glob of spit in the face? I know. This is something I need to learn. Look at that fluffiness. The music. It's like we're up against a dangerous monster. Which in Wuk Lamat's mind it probably is. Great sunken gods, I did it! Aww. He hardly seemed bothered, much less inclined to spit, as if he was completely accepting of Wuk Lamat's touch. That is because of the singular scent with which the saddle has been coated. Alpacas find it very soothing. You know, I've never taken a good long look at one of you before, but you're actually kind of cute. There, you see? You're only noticing that? You're only now noticing that. Sarosha, he's back. Whoa, he is? Whoa, what the heck? Haven't done exactly what he set out to do. That alpaca he's brought, is it just me, or is it glowing? I've heard tales of such a beast. They say the golden alpaca lives a solitary existence deep in the valley, where it shuns the company of both man and its own kind. That's oddly specific. How did he manage to snare a prize like that? I'm guessing brute force. A beast knows its betters. Faced with overwhelming strength, it will yield rather than risk death. An adept illustration of greatly the power of the first promise exceeds yours, Wuk Lamat. Strength alone won't win him our father's throne. I'll be the one to find the Golden City, and then Torel can remain at peace. An everlasting desire for peace can only be forged in the fires of war. To unite as one, the people must be taught. They must suffer the horror and hopelessness firsthand. Okay. Exhaustion from prolonged conflict, the wages of war's merciless nature. These are what moved the clans to join in the founding of Tuliolo all those years ago. Consider your younger generation of this village. Since birth have they basked in unbroken harmony, and behold, they regard war not as a tragedy, but an opportunity. Thus does the resilient Sung seek to provide education. He offers much needed lessons in the realities of conquest and a renewed appreciation for peacetime. "'Tis true that war's misery breeds a longing for peace. But I have seen with my own eyes what becomes of an empire forged through the violence you propose, the rebellions it spawned, and the ruins it left behind. The Garlean Empire was a congregent of simpletons." Oh, like you're better. The oppressed fought back against their oppressors, as well they should. Men are not beasts. Only a fool would seek to rule over all with the threats of force alone. This is why Galuja did not elevate the Mamuja, why he treated all clans with equal respect. However, the first promise has his gaze fixed upon more distant horizons. He would unite not only Tuliolo, but the star in its entirety. Yeah, good luck with that, buddy. What? Why? I need not explain myself to you. Oh, well done indeed. The first promise has completed the feat of gold with an appropriately golden flourish. May I present to you your much-deserved keystone. Oh, that's what they look like. It's always been like that. Never sharing his innermost thoughts with me or even with Goanna. It's like we're not even family. Yeah, I'm starting to think maybe he just doesn't see her as family. You know, adopted or not, like... I can tell he's going to be a problem. I'll ponder Zeroja and his mysteries later. Right now I need to think about finishing the feat of gold. I have my saddle, I practice how to use it, so lead on to where the wild alpacas roam. The valley of Unakanaka is northwest of here. Come on everyone, even if we can't enter ourselves, we can see Wuk Lamat off on her hunt. Not too far, is it? No, it doesn't look like it. It'd be kind of funny if someone was just, you know, taking care of the alpacas, enjoying a jug of mezcal, and then suddenly we go clamping through with this giant magic tech armor. Yeah, Zeroja really has me concerned now. Because I see the logic, actually, believe it or not. I do see what he's getting at, because, you know, Galu Jaja didn't bring, like, all the nations together without, you know, all the fighting going on. But, yeah, what makes him think, like, he's gonna fare better than Garlemald? They had, like, an entire empire at their hands. I've never set foot beyond this point. The valley is said to be home to fiends far more ferocious than spitting alpacas. Urakankai is a steep and treacherous place, so only those with the head ledger's blessing are permitted to go there. Who wants to bet that's going to become like a dungeon at some point? How deep do you think the valley is? I glanced over the edge on the way here, but the mist was too thick to even speculate. So Roja may have caught his alpaca first, but that doesn't mean Wuk Lamat is out of the running. She can do this. I mean, we could go in and help. I know we can't, but still. Pablo's right. The least we can do is let Wuk Lamat know we're cheering for her. Oh, we gotta cheer for her. I didn't notice that. Where is it? There it is.
Good luck there, Promise!
Thanks. I'll need it. Truth be told, still not sure about alpacas. I'd rather not go near one if I can help it. But if I'm to rule this nation, then I'll need to learn how to live with them. Tural is their home too. Right. I'm off.
So, shall we head back to the ranch, or...?
I'm staying here.
As will I. Wuk Lamat is alone in this. The least we can do is stand watch and await her return.
I mean, it shouldn't take that long, right?
It may be a while yet. Help me pitch the tent.
Okay, well...
Trust a gleaner to come prepared for anything.
What's a gleaner?
Someone whose job it is to travel the world and procure uncommon things for their employers. Erenville specializes in finding animals, I believe.
But aren't you a Shaitana from Shak Tural? Why did you cross the salt?
When I was much younger, the thought of leaving Tural never even occurred to me. But then, some years ago, my mentor tasked me with a difficult hunt.
Your mentor.
Something I could never find, she said, so long as I clung to the familiar. She suggested that I leave home, leave Tural, and join the Gleaners of Sharlian. As one of their number, I could experience the world, immerse myself in myriad cultures and customs, see the many faces of nature. And once I had learned what is truly important, I would find that which I seek. My younger self took those words to heart. And off I went to become a gleaner.
Her words alone moved you to leave behind everything you'd ever known? You must have great respect for your mentor.
As it happens, gleaner work was much to my liking. And I all but forgot why I had pursued it in the first place. Yet, events conspired to put me back on the trail I'd abandoned.
Wait, are you saying you were tasked with finding the City of Gold?
Really? That's a bit harsh.
I was. And though my hunt is now entangled with the right of succession, I mean to see it through.
Well then, I understand completely. We all have our reasons for seeking the Golden City. Which is all the more reason for us to work together.
Just so.
I can't help it. He is so pretty.
She should have been back by now. What if something's happened to her? We need to tell Tobli and arrange a search party.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be needed.
Wait. Do you hear that?
Aw, she's alive! Honestly, they were making it sound like she was going off to swim with sharks.
They did it.
You're utterly spent, and small wonder.
Well done, Third Promise.
The ranch isn't going anywhere. Take a rest in the tent.
I think I will. Thank you all for believing in me.
But the important question here, is she still afraid of alpacas? Thanks to Alphino and his healing hands, I can actually stand again. Maybe even walk. You don't have to, you could just ride the alpaca, right? Alphino was quick to lend a hand with dismantling the tents. Is this to be his new obsession now that he's mastered collecting firewood? I mean, I'm up for it. I think that'd be funny. He just seems so proud of himself. We were out here for quite some time, but I'm glad Wuk Lamat was able to catch her alpaca, and Ernville choosing to share his story with us was a welcome surprise. Wuk Lamat has no serious injuries to speak of. However, she has clearly been pushed to the very limits of her endurance. Spoke too much. If Wuk Lamat is up to it, we should be heading back to Tobli. I'm so relieved that the Third Promise came back to us safely. And the alpaca she tamed is a healthy-looking beast. Surely this will be enough to satisfy the feet of gold. Yeah, I mean, she did do what they told her to. Bring back a wild alpaca. They never said it had to be golden. Let's go with Raptor Blue. Okay, knowing the Pelu Pelu, Mablu is minded to rush ahead to the village. Wuk Lamat still seems a bit unsteady on her feet. Hardly surprising after she spent the night chasing alpacas. You know what will melt away fatigue like magic, though? Mate tea! You really think so? I think we might need a little something stronger. I'll run to the ranch and get a pot brewing. That way you can take your time and the tea will be ready when you arrive. As Mablo was so wisely suggested, we shall set a slower pace for our exhausted Third Promise. Alright, so I think we're finally wrapping up. Couldn't we have just collected one of these guys? They look healthy enough, right? Oh, I can see the golden alpaca. Oh, that's great. They just added him right in here. Came back ahead of the others, did you? I should hurry along with the tea then. Wuk Lamat can't be that far behind. Which is funny because they left it before us, didn't they? Oh, that tea really is magical. I feel better already. Oh, is the alpaca having tea with us? I see you become more comfortable around our fuzzy friends. Watching this one taught me a lot about alpacas. What grasses and fruits they eat, what sounds they react to, their adorable little quirks. I guess I've grown kind of fond of them. Finally! Welcome back, Third Promise. Accomplished the feat of gold, have you? Yes, there is no mistaking a valley alpaca. I commend you on your success. Well done. Like you're not happy. You got 2 free alpacas so far. Yes, we did it! Although I couldn't find a shiny one like Zoralja did. I'd be surprised if you had. Golden alpacas are born but once every few decades. They are elusive, solitary creatures that are rarely seen, much less captured, thanks to their innate physical and magical gifts. Only a single other person is known to have caught one before, that being Galoo Jaja himself. Okay. I am not surprised. Papa was chasing alpacas too? So my grandfather's stories say. It was before the founding of Toriolo, in a time when the mountain giants, the Yorkwi, held our people in thrall. Oh, damn. Compelled by their overlords, our forebears would ride their alpaca mounts to the highland to deliver gifts of food and other tributes. Those were wretched days to hear grandfather tell it. Then along came the young Galoo Jaja, yet unburdened by the mantle of Dawn Servant. Our people were amazed by this imposing 2-headed figure, equal to the Yorkwi in stature, and puzzled by his entourage of mismatched companions. Oh yeah, it looks like we do have a mismatch going on here. Some trembled in fear, believing a new conqueror had come. Yet Galoo Jaja showed no such inclinations. He sat and spoke with us, sipping from the cups of mate tea we offered him, and grew somber when he learned of our plight. No one could have anticipated what their visitor decided to do next. Galoo Jaja ascended the cliffs to face the giants and freed the Pelu Pelu from the Yorkwi's subjugation. Why am I not surprised? He then turned an uprising eye upon our riders and proposed we take to the road to peddle our beverages. The suggestion seemed obvious for one who traveled as he did, intent on fostering amity between the clans. So it was that a few words from Galoo Jaja transformed us into a chain of itinerant merchants. I never heard the bond Papa forged with the Pelu Pelu spoken of in that way before. The saga is not so detailed. Then you may not know that Gulu Jaja sought a sure-footed guide for his trek up into the highlands. Thus did he capture a golden alpaca. Wow, that would have been funny to see him ride the little alpaca. So both my brother and my father caught the rarest of creatures, while an ordinary one was the best I could manage. The feat required no more than that, Third promised, and you brought back a perfectly wonderful beast. Yeah, look at him. Mablu's right. You're a perfectly wonderful beast. If anyone's ordinary, it's me. Not only did you accomplish the feat of gold, you also made many trades and brought joy to many people in true Pelu fashion. I sorely doubt your sibling could have achieved the same result. You should be proud of the accomplishments which earned you your keystone. So this is what they look like. Go on, set it in the tablet. Oh! Seems there's more to these keystones than we thought. Perfect fit. That leaves 6 more. You're well on your way, Third Promise. We've been lost without you, Mablu. Thanks to you, I learned so much about the Pelu people and your customs. Might seem obvious, but I've come to realize the importance of properly knowing something. It's because I didn't understand alpacas that I was uncomfortable around them. Okay, we mentioned that a few times already. I'm thankful to you as well, Wuk Lamat. You've given me the courage to say what I wasn't sure I could ever say. Tobli, I want to leave the ranch and become a merchant. I appreciate everything you've done for me, and I've loved every moment caring for the alpacas. But this is something I need to do. I need to walk my own path and make my own trades. As your parents, allow me to say one thing. I've always tried to give my wards lives filled with as much happiness as I could provide, but never once have I wanted that to be the only happiness you knew. There, you see, he is understanding. You have my blessings to walk any path you choose, Mablu. It gladdens me to hear you found a calling you wish to pursue with such passion. You will make an exceptional peddler, I'm sure of it. Thank you, Tobli. What did I tell you, Mablu? There's one last thing I can help you with, Third Promise. You need to find the Golden City, right? That's the end goal. Then I suggest you talk to the Yokui. The giants. They once ruled over far more than just Ukupacha and the Pelu. 1,000 years ago, they were the overlords of Yoktoral and all its people. During that era, the Pelu were commanded to search for a city of gold. Oh. They scoured every corner of the continent, but never have they found a trace of that fabled place. But if they didn't find anything, what could the Yokui have to tell us? Maybe where not to look? They may not have found it, but the fact that they thought to look for it at all makes me curious. Perhaps there's value in delving into how the legend originated. We lose nothing from asking the question. Besides, if we're determined to follow the path of the saga, we'll be visiting the giants eventually. Yep, and we're gonna be climbing that mountain, aren't we? Oh, Kryl, I have a question I've been meaning to ask. And since we finished with the feats, where did you acquire that earring? My earring? Do you recognize it? Yes, pieces just like it first became fashionable in Dawntrail around 20 years ago. Since then, it's become common to wear one as a charm for safe travel. 20 years ago, right around the time my grandfather made his journey. Yet the Dawn servant implied the earring was connected to the Golden City in some way. Surely there was more to this significance than simple fashion. Phew. If you want to know how it first came to be crafted, I could try to find out. Seeing as it's a regular seller for many merchants, I'm curious to learn about it myself. I would appreciate that very much. Thank you. Jumping feet first into the peddler business, eh, Mablu? Right then, let's head back to Tuliolo and get ready to search for the next elector. Right, we'll be heading to the Hanu Hanu village next, right? Farewell for now, and thanks for all your help. I will become Dawn servant, so make sure you set aside your best mezcal for the occasion. Is anyone else kind of being reminded of Luffy from One Piece? You know, how he keeps proclaiming, I'm gonna be king of the pirates! It's kind of the impression I'm getting. She has a fearsome opponent in that brother of hers. He even brought a golden alpaca to heal. But you've heard Zoroja's supporters talk. They might see opportunity in his expansionist ambitions, but they find the man himself intimidating, terrifying even. Whereas I've grown to love Wuk Lamat. Everyone she meets will come to love her too. That's why she'll win the throne. You might be right, Mablu. You might be right. Whew. Okay, good. Alright, let's head out of here. The Yorkway once ruled over the entirety of Dawntrail. I'm curious to see what has become of them. I expected as much from the moment I saw him, but winning the contest against Zoroja will not be easy. Never dared hope we would find a lead for this earring mystery so quickly. Yeah, I'm surprised too. For Liquid troubles aside, Wuk Lamat completed the feat and earned a keystone. That's all that matters. It feels good to have the feet of gold safely under our belt, even if my victory pales beside Zoroja's and his shiny golden alpaca. I know I shouldn't let it bother me, and gods know you've all been so supportive, but I want to be strong, or wise like my brothers, to be a promise that people respect. Which is not likely if I stand here carrying on about such things. Let's move on! Back to Zabriviateri with us. The contest has hardly begun. Okay, I'm just gonna teleport straight back. Make it easy. Whew. I'll give my opinion on what I thought of this particular quest line in just a moment. Let's go ahead and just finish this all up. And where am I supposed to go? Right, I can't ride mounts. Damn it. I still don't know where anything is. It's annoying. And just like that, we found an elector and won our first keystone. I knew I was right to trust your instincts. Come on, let's keep moving forward. Let's keep things moving and march onward. Chances are good we'll find an elector there as well. Before we do anything, however, we should see what your patient Hanu friend has to say. Whew! All right. So there we go. So we got our first keystone. We explored half of one of the 2 new zones. I mean, it wasn't terrible. It did feel a bit long-winded, like all these side quests that we kind of had to do. I think it just had bad pacing for that particular area. I don't know. That's just kind of the impression I got. I don't know. Maybe I'm just spoiled for action. I'm just so used to like crazy stuff happening all the time that, you know, when we actually get a breather, it feels a little bit strange. I don't know. Anyway, that was the very first feat done. That's the feat of gold. 1 out of 7 completed. So next we're going to be going to the Hanu and see what on earth they have to do. I don't know which particular quest this was. I'm trying to remember, like the feat of, what was it, the Lay of Reeds? I think that's the one. Anyway, we're sure to find out. Anyway, that's it for now. Thank you all so much for joining me. It was pretty boring for this particular episode, but we did get we got some, I don't know what we got. I'm sorry. It's starting to get kind of late here. Anyway, we'll talk again soon. And until next time, everyone, take care.